Hello, everyone. Today, we have a very interesting story about a young boy who was seen as a daydreamer, but who was actually incredibly observant. By the end of this story, we'll learn that sometimes the most unusual skills can become the most important ones. But that's not all. While we listen to the story, we will also learn some new words and how to make sentences with them. This will help us practice English in a fun and easy way. So stay with us till the end. High in the mountains, there was a village called Gemstone Peak. The village's entire livelihood depended on the precious gems they mined from deep within the earth. The people of the village were strong, practical, and hard-working. Among them lived a young boy named Leo. Leo was not like the others. He didn't have strong muscles for mining. Instead, he spent his days exploring the caves at the mountain's base, telling stories to himself and listening to how his voice echoed back. The villagers often dismissed him as a boy with his head in the clouds, a dreamer who was of no real use. One day, a disaster struck. A deep tremor shook the mountain, and the main tunnel to the Heartstone vein, the richest source of gems, collapsed. The path was blocked by tons of unstable rock and debris. The tunnels were now treacherous, and no one could find a safe way through. The village's future looked grim. The village elder gathered everyone. The first person to find a safe path back to the Heartstone vein will be rewarded with a share of the first 10 gems we find. The strongest miners tried. They used their muscles and their tools, but they could only see the dangerous loose rock in front of them. Every path they tried to clear led to more small collapses. They were stuck. Then, to everyone's surprise, Leo stepped forward. "I will try," he said softly. A large, burly miner named Boren laughed. You, Leo, what will you do? Tell the rocks a story and ask them to move?" Leo didn't get angry. He simply said, "My method is unconventional." Leo entered the dark, collapsed tunnel, holding only a small hammer. He didn't try to move the rocks. Instead, he began to tap gently on the tunnel walls. Tap, tap, tap. He would close his eyes and listen intently to the echo that came back. He had learned from his days of playing in the caves that solid, stable rock returned a short, dull sound, but loose, dangerous rock returned a hollow, vibrating echo. While the other miners saw a wall of rubble, Leo could hear the safe
Behind
path.
this wall,
He
it is
used a piece of
safe.
chalk to mark
The
the
crowd
stable
cheered
rocks.
louder than
"Here,"
ever before.
he would whisper. "We must go this way." Warren, the miner who had laughed, was skeptical but desperate, so he followed. He watched as Leo tapped and listened, creating a winding, strange path through the chaos. At one point, a section of the ceiling crumbled, exactly where Boren had wanted to dig just moments before. He looked at Leo with